Good morning, everyone. We'll now call our McLeod County Special Board meeting to order on May 23rd. If we could please stand with the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Consideration of agenda items. Is there anything to add or subtract to today's agenda?
No changes, Mr. Chair.
Move agenda, Mr. Chair.
Second.
We have a motion by Schmal, second by Luthens to approve today's agenda items. Any discussion? We'll then proceed to vote. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. On to our main item this morning, Public Works. Andrew.
Good morning.
Morning.
Consider approving the acquisition of permanent right-of-way and temporary easements for the county state highway, CSA 115, CSA 25, Airport Road, Jefferson Street Roundabout project at a cost of $84,439.53 with funds from the highway construction budget. Those easements are listed in the packet.
Mr. Chair.
Yes.
And Andrew, does this mean we're complete with our easements now? I mean, does this kind of finish things off for us?
So the first one, the Cobo easements, we do not have signed yet, but this is, from my understanding, what they're asking for.
Mr. Chair.
Yes.
And your anticipation is that might be a targeted number for you to settle?
Correct.
What about the last two then? The last two are,
The last two are all agreed upon.
So then are you looking for the motion, take them as a group and just listing the total costs?
Correct.
Okay.
Mr. Chair,
Yes.
Ryan, any issues with not actually being signed at this board meeting, or this, we can approve the overall number and then let the paperwork be done behind the scenes?
Yeah, I mean, there's, always the risk that it would break down, but I mean, there's nothing, you can certainly approve the motion as it is, and if it's anticipated, I mean.
So similar to a not exceeds motion
Right.
on a day-to-day. Very good. Mr. Chair, I would move the request.
We have a motion. Is there a second? I will second the motion. So we have a motion by Nagel, second by Wright, to consider approving the acquisition of permanent roadway and temporary easements for the McLeod County 8 Highway 115, CSA 25 roundabout project at a cost of $84,439.53 with funds coming from the highway construction budget. 3 property owners involved are in their packet. Property by Cobo, Wojak, and Luthens. Is there any further discussion?
Mr. Chair.
Yes.
And Andrew, does this kind of get us targeted in our budget? I mean, are we good with the numbers?
This is over our budgeted amount for right-of-way, but we can't absorb this with use of other funding that is budgeted for in the construction budget.
Mr. Chair,
Yes.
like Commissioner Nagel said, should this be approved with an up to, so that if all agreements will go through, or this is?
No, that's
Okay.
that's not why I was attention. My motion is
Okay.
for the dollar amount, which is the budget, which is the final number, but my reference was it was similar to other motions over the years, over other meetings that we've used this type of
Mr. Chair.
procedure before.
Yep.
I have the same thoughts. I mean, ideally, I wish we had it here, but I know we're trying to move this along, so I guess I'm just hopeful everything falls in line, and it should from all the information I have, but it would be nicer if it was all sealed, so.
Any other comments at all?
Can they come back for other damages later as construction goes on, if it's outside the area that we agreed on?
Question, Andrew?
That would be our question for the county attorney.
Well, I mean, there would be, if there's damages that are, beyond what would be reasonably expected to occur or outside the area agreed upon and things, I mean, that might be something that need to be addressed, but, I mean, as long as the work done was within the scope of these agreements and these easements, this should reflect, I mean, the damages they're getting. So it would have to be something that's not currently, contemplated.
I bring that up only because of the ditch last year. They're back and pay extra.
Yep.
But that was after the project, different, in my opinion, that was exceeded the scope of the project.
I think a project like this will have enough inspectors on it full-time to make sure that anything that happens outside of the agreed-upon contracting will be cleared up immediately, so.
Correct.
Which is some of the problems to that, but it's a good point to bring up, Commissioner.
Correct.
Any other comments on the motion? Okay, seeing none, we'll proceed to vote. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Oppose? Motion carries.
Thank you.
That does conclude our agenda for this morning. Were there any other questions about the project? As long as we do have, this is our main topic for the day. Is there anything else for Andrew?
I guess just the regular ones, everything's on course otherwise, I mean, as far as contractors and any problems?
The next big hurdle with this is getting through the federal authorization process.
Okay.
So
Say it again?
the next big hurdle is getting through the federal authorization process.
Which we needed to have this meeting today so you could get to that point.
Correct.
So that was why we had to have our special meeting today. Everything kind of happening in the 11th hour, and we understand you've got a full plate and then some going on. So thank you for all the work that you've been putting into this to get this moving, so.
Thank you.
Anything else? Otherwise, we'll move on to open forum or press relations. Looks like a fairly empty boardroom this morning. If there's nothing else to come before the board, we'll be looking for a motion to recess.
I so move.
Second.
We have a motion by Luthens, a second by Schmalz to recess until our next county board meeting, June 6, 2023 at the McLeod County Government Center. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you.
For that prime West thing, I suppose, person could go